And here we go. And of course, pardon me, excuse me, still trying to, and I'm not normally an advocate for bottled water, so you can tell I really need it. So, all right. Thank you everybody for your feedback, and we're going to get your questions answered and make sure that you have everything that you need to implement from today's content. So we're going to hop right into it. Thank you all for the support at the beginning to let me know. And I'm really interested to get your feedback on what your favorite strategy was. So in the content that we went through, out of the 3 strategies, which one kind of really resonated with you? Which one did you really enjoy? Because I really enjoy teaching all 3 of them. And I realized that the first one's kind of basic, the second one's kind of intermediate, and the third one is rather advanced as far as putting together an ad and then a follow-up sequence on the back end, right? So in the comment section underneath the webinar, let me know what your favorite strategy was and why, and maybe we can discuss that. But I would just really like to know. So as we go here, okay. So from Joseph. Joseph says, will there be a link to be able to re-listen to this webinar? Tons of incredible content. So Joseph, yes. You will be sent an email that has a link to the webinar recording. Now, that recording is only going to be up until Monday. After Monday, we take that recording down and it's put inside a membership area that First National, friendlies of First National get access to. And we have all 20 recordings of our monthly webinars inside that membership area for you. So everybody gets 48 hours to watch the recording after the event, along with the Q&A. And then after that, we put it into a password protected membership site that's really kind of like a social media training academy, really. I mean, there is a massive amount of really high quality content to help you grow your business in there. And you get access to that for free through your First National representative. So yes, you will get the link after the event once it's up, and you'll have access to the recordings for 48 hours. After that, you get to reach out to your First National representative in order to get access to that very valuable membership area. From Eric, Eric says, where can we get the templates / emails from this content? So Eric, when we send out the recording, I will have the template of the advertisement underneath the video itself so that you can download that as a PDF, print it off, and use it as a template to create your own advertisements. The emails themselves are part of a training program that we have that's called Abundance. And inside that training program right now, we released it, I mean, really at too low of a price. We released it at $197. Come January, we're going to be taking that price up to $497. But as part of that 5-week training, you get access to all 4 of those templates. Again, it's not a pitch, but we don't give them away just because we've put so much time and effort and resources into those. So that's how you get access to those. Again, if you're a friendly of First National, send an email to your rep, and I'm sure if you ask politely, we'd be able to get them to you through your First National connection. So keep that in mind. From Ray, Ray says, and I'm so sorry about my voice today. It's one of those things that I just can't control, and it seems to be kind of fading in and out on me, so I apologize. So Ray says, what were the 5 by 5 by 5 again? So Ray, the first 5 is a like. You want to go through and like 5 pieces of content that your past clients have put online. The second 5 is to comment and actually engage people with the content that they're putting out there. And they don't have to be very elaborate comments or statements, just letting them know that you're there and you're supporting them. And normally, especially if you're the first comment that goes on there, you can start a thread of other people commenting and kind of kick off that social interaction, which again, your past customer will notice that, and that has a lot of value to them in their mind, right? And then the third 5 is share. And so taking that information and actually sharing it on your Facebook. So those are the 5 by 5 by 5 is 5 likes, 5 comments, and 5 shares. So hopefully that helps you out. And that exercise ends up being a lot of fun. Once you've done it a couple of times, it's a great way to interact with people and get into some really interesting conversations with your past clients. From Pierre, are the templates of the 4 emails available? So Pierre, again, we've kind of already answered that. If you reach out to your First National representative and you ask very, very nicely, I'm sure they would be able to coerce me into giving them to you, but they are part of a paid program. It's called the Abundance Program. It's $197, and you can get access to it inside those. Larry says, love this for my referral partners. Awesome, Larry. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And actually, that's a really good point, because this does work really well for existing partners that you already have in your business. Speaking specifically about strategy number 2, and going out and helping them promote their business using the new knowledge that you have of Facebook ads. So use that to strengthen the existing referral relationships that you have as well. So from Curtis says, hey, Chris, you mentioned that one can have access to this year's webinars inside a First National membership area. Is that accurate? Yes, Curtis, that is absolutely accurate. If you reach out to your First National account manager, they have a link that they can send to you where you can sign up to the membership site for free. And you get access to every single webinar that we have produced. It really is, in my opinion, the most comprehensive social marketing training program for mortgage brokers in the marketplace. And you get access to it for free through First National, which is so cool that they're doing that for the community and doing it for us, really. So make sure that you take advantage of that, absolutely. So from Barb is saying, my favorite was strategy number 3, Facebook ads. Awesome. Barb, I can't wait. I would love to get feedback from you when you run the ad. And I hope all is well. It's nice to see you on the webinar. Curtis also liked the last one. Steve says the Facebook ad was the most useful to me. Very informative as well. Referral leads, opportunities, definitely a great idea. Very good to implement as well. Tons of incredible content here. Thank you, Steve, very much for the kind words and the kind comments. From Lydia, I've seen the 5 by 5 by 5 before at a live event that you did. In practice, it's difficult to find 5 pieces of content I feel comfortable sharing on my personal Facebook page. Is there a way around this? And Lydia, yes. And thank you for being at the live event. Thank you for being here on the webinar. I truly appreciate you. So when you go to share a piece of content, or you go to post any piece of content on Facebook, there's a button right beside the post button. And it will normally say friends and or public. And if you click on that button, you get to pick who gets to see the content that you're sharing on social media. So if you go into that button and you press custom list and you press past clients, whatever you post on Facebook will only be seen by past clients. Now, I don't know why they have it there, but Facebook has a button in there that says only me. And if you click that only me button, when you post or share a piece of content, you're the only person on Facebook that can see that you've interacted with that content. So if you go in and you see something from one of your past clients that you would feel reasonably comfortable sharing, but you don't want to share it publicly, just hit the share button, and then beside the dialog box that pops up on your screen, there's going to be that gray button. Click the gray button, click only me, and then click share. And then you and your past customer are the only 2 people that can see that you've shared that information. But to your past client, it still looks like you've shared that with everybody else on Facebook. So as kind of a way, not necessarily a workaround, but it's a way that you can still engage in that part of the strategy without putting yourself at risk. Now, also with that said, if you're out there just liking and commenting, you don't really have to share that much content. The 5 by 5 by 5 is there to give you a guideline so that you actually take action and you implement and you go out and actually start engaging with your past customers. If you're just going out and liking and commenting, that's okay too. The critical component in the whole thing is that you actively socially communicate with your past customers once a week. If you do that, you will see results. Don't get caught up in the share thing, even though there is a way around it. Just like in comment, you'll get the same results. So awesome. Thank you for the great question. From Ben, I really like doing something for the real estate agent without him or her knowing, and then showing what you did for them. That's my favorite part. Awesome. Right on. Thank you for the kind feedback and the kind words. It's always, well, it's the spirit of reciprocity, isn't it? Having that warm relationship where somebody's done you a favor, and then, you know, you feel good about that person, but you also feel a little bit like you need to do something for them as well. It's pretty cool. So from Larry, next question, where should the link be directed for the referral partner ad? Their website, their Facebook, or a funnel page? So Larry, great question. Typically what I will do is I will direct the traffic to the listings page. So the page that has the information about that specific listing is the page that we will direct people to, because we want them to get the information that they were looking for. So, you know, in the majority of the situations, people are looking for the price of the home, or details about bedrooms and bathrooms, right? So as long as they can click that link and see all that information on one page, that's where you want to send them. I don't recommend sending them to a lead capture page in that particular strategy, simply because our goal is not to generate leads. The goal is to generate traffic and activity, and hopefully an interested prospect that's going to reach out not only to the real estate professional, but also to yourself as well. So give them as much information as possible so that just the quality leads pop out the top and reach out to you. From Barb says, I just signed up for the online Facebook ad training from one of the offers that you have out there. Will it contain the same type of templates that you showed here today? Yes, Barb, absolutely, as part of the training that you signed up for. And congratulations and welcome. It's nice to have you as part of the program. Yes, absolutely, you get access to all of those templates. They will be released inside the membership area for you during week number 4 of your training, along with training on how to set up an autoresponder and how to sign up for that service if you don't already have one, and then showing you actually how to like customize the emails and program it so that it all runs on autopilot for you. So I think you're really going to enjoy that part of the training. Again, excuse me, the Q&A is my favorite part. I absolutely love it. So I'm glad that my voice is holding out for us. From Larry. Larry says, in campaign number 3, are you sending them to your website when they click learn more, or is it a squeeze? Okay, so Larry's expanded upon an earlier question that he's put in there. So a very insightful question here. So, okay, if I commit to $250 for Facebook ads a month, that's $3,000 a year. That is close to the commission that I get from one deal. Is this a slam dunk in your opinion? Do you have any other return on investment metrics? So that's a forward thinker right there. So yeah, absolutely. So think of a year's worth of billboard advertising, or a year's worth of really any other type of advertising that you can put out there to blanket basically your entire market that's interested in buying real estate and getting a mortgage right now. Yes, absolutely, in my opinion, that ad spend will generate far more than one commission for you in your mortgage business, as long as you run it consistently. As it's not, Facebook ads aren't the type of advertising where you can just run one and say, okay, that worked or it didn't. It doesn't, it takes running ads, and well, that's why on the webinar today, I gave you our top performing template. What you don't see behind the scenes is that there's, I didn't even count, but there are hundreds of other advertisements and ways that we've gone at the marketplace, and different targeting options that we've used, and landing pages that we've used, excuse me, to get to that one distilled option that works really well. So your first advertisement on Facebook isn't just going to be this magical faucet that turns on and dumps clients into your business. But if you stay at it consistently, month 1, month 2, month 3, and you put that budget in, you'll get it. And what you get is reach across your entire marketplace. You get that brand awareness, you get that imaging, and you get the direct leads that will convert. So yes, absolutely, you will return far more on your investment, in my opinion, than you will invest in Facebook ads. And in my opinion, taking the ad that you've got from this webinar and running just that ad will be enough to get you results and get you a return on your investment, just in the advertisements themselves. As far as, oh, sorry, my thumb tapped the screen there and I moved past the question. Sorry, just give me 1 second here. Do you have any other return on investment metrics? So that is, it's difficult for me to pinpoint exact metrics because every campaign and every marketplace is a little bit different. What I can tell you is that we have a consulting client that runs $5 a day on Facebook ads, and it's every single day $5 in Facebook ads, and we run ads very similar to the one that you saw during the presentation today. And we know that on the books from this year, there is at least 7 transactions in that database that have come directly as a result of ads that have been run on Facebook. So if you take the return on investment of $5 a day, you can obviously break down the numbers on that, on what the return on investment is. But it takes a long-term commitment, and just like you've said, looking at it from a year-long perspective rather than a monthly perspective. In my opinion, right now, Facebook ads are the most powerful, compelling, easy ways to go out and get customers in the marketplace right now. They are doing some incredible things. And especially when you get into more advanced strategies like retargeting, targeting only people that are interested in real estate, it can make a significant impact in your business. Excuse me for just 1 second. Okay, so from Stan, and thank you for the fantastic question. So Kurt is asking, is there an autoresponder program that you recommend? On these webinars, especially because they're sponsored by the fine folks at First National, I stay away from recommending other products and services. What I would say is connect with your broker. Pretty much every channel has some form of autoresponder campaign or support on the back end that you can tap into to use as an autoresponder. And if that's not to your liking, or whatever it is, then I would just do a simple Google search for autoresponder programs. Anybody that's in the SEO part of that, those top 3-4 options, those are the major players in the industry, and they're all good. It's a little bit of apples and oranges, but they're all pretty much the exact same thing. From John, can you provide a link or a web address to your abundance program? Yeah, this looks like a setup. Before the price goes up. John, it's cwjstone.com/abundance is there for you. So would love to have you as part of the program, and I appreciate you being on the webinar. Thank you so much. From Gord is asking, is there a place where I could go to get more basic information? So Gord, I realized that today did go quickly. We did have a lot of content to cover in a short period of time, and they were reasonably advanced strategies. As you know, there's a survey that goes out after every webinar that we do. We really appreciate your feedback. And if you could put that into the feedback survey, I'll make sure that it goes into the survey feedback, but make sure that that's in there, because what we're doing is we're planning out our content calendar. And one of the things that others have also asked for is more basic information on social media. So we're going to be providing some more basic sessions for you with some basic how-tos and like how to use the networks, how to navigate and stuff like that. That gets a little bit away from the high-level strategy of things. So definitely we have some coming up for you. That being said, if you're a friendly of First National, reach out to your account manager and ask for access to that membership area. That start at video number 1, and it will walk you through a guided process that I lay out very strategically so that you could start as a mortgage broker that didn't know anything about social media and walk through that entire training process to go from absolutely like not even having your account set up or having a business page to stepping into social media, to getting a little bit more advanced and then moderate and then super advanced, right? So we've built that whole journey for you inside that membership area. So make sure that you reach out to your First National representative to get access to that because it's there for you already. Sorry for the pause. I'm just scrolling through here. For anybody that's looking for access to the replay, we've covered that. Yes, absolutely. You'll get an email after the event with access to the replay. And away we go. From Ryan, can I get a copy of this webinar? Yes, Ryan, we've got that taken care of you. From Kathy. Kathy says, oh, hi, Kathy. Nice to see you on the webinar. How do you pick certain realtors for strategy number 2? So, so that's a difficult question. So your market knowledge of who you want to work with and who you resonate with are the number 1. So if you've got somebody in the marketplace that you know that you would just really do good business with, that you resonate with, they work with your type of client, that's a good fit. It doesn't really necessarily matter how much volume that they represent or how much business that they do. As long as it's a good core fit between you and your personalities and you like working together and you feel good, those are the best that, in my opinion, that you go after, right? When life can be, fun and profitable, I mean, isn't that lovely? The next thing that I look at is who's advertising in the marketplace. So go out and, go down to the local plaza or whatever they're called, and go to the real estate box and pull out the local real estate paper and buy a copy of the local paper. Go home. Anybody running a full page ad is a good target. They're spending money on advertising, probably want to grow their business, and they have a budget. They're looking for partners that they can align with, that they can strategically get with, that are going to help them grow and meet their goals. And those are great people that will be open to the opportunity of working with you because you're so forward thinking and have access to such incredible tools on the back end. The third way that I go about it is I use Facebook, and I go into Facebook and I search area name, so Guelph real estate, and that will pull up all of the real estate professionals in the marketplace. And then I just sort them by likes. I just go through the list and I look for people that have the most amount of likes on their business pages. That lets me know that they're savvy-ish and that they see the value in Facebook marketing and social media marketing. But even many of those people that do have those high like counts and that have an engaged community haven't figured out advertising and really how to turn advertising into profit yet. So those are good ones. And then the final resource I would say is Google. Do a Google search for area name real estate. Anybody that's in the top 3 or down the right-hand side or really on that front page at all. I mean, if you're on the front page, you're either paying for optimization or you're paying for advertisements. Those are the people that I would go after because, again, they're savvy. They're obviously trying to grow their business and they would see value in the opportunity that you've brought to them. So again, thanks for being on the webinar. It's great to, sort of see you, and happy holidays to everybody and to you and your family. Okay, so our next question. Ron says, I absolutely love it, love it, love it. This is awesome. Ron, thank you for the kind words. Is it compliant to run an ad for a realtor? Great question. So every marketplace is different. We have different provinces all over Canada. They all have different guidelines. They all have different rules associated with what can and can't happen, what disclosures need to happen. I can't answer that question for you. What I can say is that you are responsible for the compliance of the marketing campaigns that you put into the marketplace, and make sure that you talk to your broker, make sure that you talk to whoever you need to make sure that it's compliant, because I'm not the compliance guy. I know that we have run it in marketplaces where the due diligence has been done and it is compliant in those marketplaces, but it's up to you to do your own due diligence and make sure that it's compliant in your marketplace. And again, thank you for the kind words and the kind feedback. I really appreciate it. Jenny says, all caps, time to implement. with a bunch of exclamation points. Jenny, I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. And when you get results, I love those emails. I love the random emails that pop up that say, hey, Chris, I tried the strategy. It worked. Thank you so much. So when you get there, let me know. I love hearing about that stuff and the implementation. And again, if anybody here runs into any questions or any problems with anything, running any of these strategies, I'm here to support you on behalf of First National. And that's what we're here to do. So if you have questions, reach out. You can access me through our support email, support@cwjstone.com. Obviously the website, our Facebook page, come post on the wall. We're happy to help with any questions that you have about marketing, advertising, and growing your mortgage business. From Brad says, okay, so Brad says, I've used a similar ad before and it worked. Are Facebook ads getting too expensive? So Brad, awesome, man. Kudos on the successful advertisement. My recommendation is that you do it again. I know that sounds corny, but man, I gotta tell you, I run into so many people that say, hey, yeah, I used to do that, it worked, and then I stopped doing it. And it's like, okay, well, just go do that again. Chances are it'll work again. And so I would say, come January 1, cue that Facebook ad back up and start generating those clients and customers, man. Congratulations. The cost of Facebook ads, in my opinion, has not gone up. We're actually seeing with all the tools that they're giving us to be able to optimize our campaigns, we're still lowering our cost per clicks with all the testing that we're doing. We don't always come out of the gate successfully, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not like Google where you've got those escalating costs over the network time. Who knows? They will probably go up sometime, but we're not seeing it on our end. And I got to tell you, as long as you can run an ad, generate a lead, and associate that lead to a deal at the back end and calculate that ROI, in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter how much Facebook ads cost. As long as you can profitably generate a customer and then turn that person into a lifetime customer and a lifetime referral source, it's, you invest all day, all week, all month, all year long in advertisements that bring you customers at a profit, right? From Simone says, is there any way to restart the webinar? I showed up late. Unfortunately not, Simone, we're live, but you will get access to the recording that you will have up until roughly Monday afternoon to watch and enjoy and take notes from, and all of those wonderful things. From, oh, excuse me, yep, we've done this. From Julie says, hi, Chris. Can you tell me how to get people to like my Facebook business page? I have many realtors and clients as friends on my personal page. Thanks, Julie. Okay, so Julie, the first way to kind of engage those people to get them to like the page is to go up. So go up to the top right-hand corner of your Facebook profile when you log in, and there's a little down arrow up in the top right-hand corner. Click on there and click Use Facebook As, and then click on your business page name. That will log you into Facebook as your business page. Then at the top, you've got the same three icons that you have on your personal profile. You've got the little pictures of the people and the globe, and then the little chat icon there. And click on the pictures of the people, the two heads that are up there at the top, and it'll pull down a little list, and it'll say see more at the bottom. When you click on see more, that will take you to your friend requesting area on Facebook. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. I don't know what the actual terminology is, but in there, it will show you the list of all of your personal friends on Facebook, and there'll be a little invite button beside their name, and you can just go down that list and click invite, and they'll get an invitation from your personal account to go and like your business page. After you've done that, there are more advanced options where you can upload your database and have Facebook reach out to your database to like your business page. And then there's advertisements on top of that where you can run ads to get people in your local marketplace that are interested in mortgages right now to like your business page and engage. All of those strategies are covered inside our membership site. So we've done webinars on just how to grow your Facebook fan base on your business page. And you can access that by reaching out to your First National account manager. And as long as you're friendly with First National, they'll give you a website where you go, you sign up, you get free access to all 20 of the webinars that we've done. And they're all titled, you know, by the topic of the event. So you don't have to watch them all. You can just scroll down to the information that you're looking for at that time, get the information that you need, and then go out and implement. And keep in mind that we're always here to support you as well on behalf of First National. So as you're implementing those strategies, feel free to reach out for help. We're happy to help you. David says the webinar froze. So David, it looks like you were reasonably well into the webinar, and I haven't had any other support threads come through. So I think that was probably an issue with your specific computer. And I don't know why I'm answering your question, because you're probably not here to be able to hear it. But anyways, David, if that ever happens to you in the future and you're watching the replay, hit the refresh button at the top of your browser. Sometimes computers just, you know, there's too much going on in the background or something like that, and you'll lose the feed. But if you hit refresh normally, it'll kick you back in there. So hopefully but you'll get access to the replay when we send that out for you. And so here we go. Julie, thank you. Chris, you rock. Hope your cold gets better soon, and Merry Christmas. Thank you, Julie. You too. And happy holidays to everybody out there as well. And look at me, I lost track of time. I do love the Q&A so much. We're actually 5 minutes over on our time on our webinar today. So with that, we'll cut it short. Any of you that have asked questions during the Q&A, if you didn't get an answer, I will personally respond to you via email through the service. And this brings us to the end of our final webinar for the year, which is actually quite sad, but also exciting, because we have some incredible new content lined up and stacked up for you come January. So we're doing webinar number 21 on in January, and we'll send you out all the details on that. So you know, during the holiday season, be safe, be happy, and a big thank you to First National for bringing us all together again and hosting another fantastic event. To you, thank you for investing your time here with me today. I truly hope that you got value from it and that you're able to implement and get results and get customers and grow your business because of your investment of time here. My name is Chris Johnstone. Much love to you and your family for the holiday season, and I'll see you next year, everybody. Signing off. See you later. Bye.